We are live. And Matt's relocated. He's moved to Canada because it's just better.
Woo!
Coincidentally, I was in the States this past weekend. So,
We were like passing on the border, but just several thousand kilometers apart.
Several thousand kilometers in a few days. Yeah. Oh, hey, Ben, welcome. They just got the Blue Space plush figure the other day.
There we go.
And Miss Bonnie said she was happy with just one. And so she was wearing her Alien Goats t-shirt, and I thought it might be cool if some Lego came out with a plush goat. That would sell. Hey, Eclipse, welcome. So yeah, hi, sorry. Welcome everybody to episode 159, Canadian Brick Builders. Matt literally joined in like a few seconds before we went live, so that's why I was just like a little, I don't know what the word is.
He thought it was going to be a one-man show, but now he's thrown off kilter because there's another person to talk to. So.
Yes, I wasn't expecting another person to talk to, and it threw me off. Yeah, that's valid. I would say that. I was also playing with my space figs, because I've got most of the colors, and then I've added a few on the end. But I got one more set to open and build, because I just built the space tower one that came out. You can't see it, it's too small. But anyways, Eric Sith, hello, welcome. Battery Powered Bricks, hello. And yeah, I guess that's on time. Yeah, go figure, right? That's because he's on Canadian time. Even though he's 3 hours behind, it's only like 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. there.
I missed all my Lego chats for the last week, including the two with my Atlanta folks, and I felt bad, but I was behind schedule, getting ready for this trip to get to Vancouver, and I was like, well, I've got time to kill. I've been walking around, my feet are kind of sore. I was like, I'll have to join Jeff's chat, and then I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, it's probably not for another hour, and then I'm like, oh no, it's right now.
Yeah. Hello, Anton from Japan. Welcome. Ben is saying hello to everybody. Hello, fellow members in the chat. There you go. So yeah. So how was your trip over? Like, how was the flight and everything? Everything went well?
The flight was okay, except that they didn't have any movies and they didn't have Wi-Fi. So
what airline?
WestJet, which if you don't know, where I flew out of Atlanta, that like half of the gates are Delta. So when you arrive, the line to check in at Delta is quite long, because there's a massive amount of flights. And so I'm pulling my single bag and I roll over to WestJet, and there was literally no line. Like I just walked up and they let's see your passport, let's scan you. So that part was great. Yeah. And I go through security, which again in Atlanta usually it's a long line, but I was on the international side, which actually now has its own separate parking lot. It's at the other end of the airport. Okay. And there was literally one person ahead of me. I had to wait like all of 10 seconds to go through security. So that part was fantastic. We're getting there, and they announced that unfortunately they would not have Wi-Fi or movie services. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm busy downloading podcasts and books on tape onto my phone, not knowing that I had to pair my Apple iPhones with the phone before we got up there, because you need Wi-Fi to pair them.
Oh, geez.
So I get in the air and I'm like, and I was like, I thought maybe they weren't charged. Anyway, they were fully charged. You just had to have Wi-Fi to pair them, and there was no Wi-Fi. So I took a lot of naps, and I played a couple like basic games on my iPad. So I mean, it wasn't but it was one of the very few times I didn't bring a book on the airplane, and I was like, should have brought a book.
Yeah. Oh, geez. So
today I went out to visit the Granville markets, and I bought some really cool, native, you call them First Nations in Canada, First Nations art T-shirts and some refrigerator magnets and stuff like that. And then tomorrow I'm going to go out to, not tomorrow, but Friday, I'm going to go out to Victoria, the island capital of BC, which I've never seen. I'm very excited about that. So I booked the one-stop shop tour. So you get on, they pick you up at your hotel, they you drive onto the ferry, They take you to downtown Victoria. They take you out to the Butchart Gardens, and they take you back. So
And then they throw you off the boat in the middle of the harbor.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I actually called them up because I have the red eye out. My flight's at 10:45, and I was like, "What time do we get back?" And they said, "We can actually drop you off either at the airport or where you can just hop on one of the bus ride, one of the sky. I think they call it the sky train.
Train. Yeah.
Sky train, and it'll just take you like 2 more stops, and you can, and so."
Okay.
So I'm going to do that for like 12 hours, take my bag on the bus and, get on an airplane. I'm taking the red eye back, but I got first class, baby. So
That's awesome.
a little extra leg room. I'll ask for that pillow. I'm a good plane sleeper. If I'm tired enough, I can sleep. So
yeah. When I flew to Portland, 2 years ago, just at the end of COVID for Bricks Cascade. Yeah, Cascade. And I flew out there, and I flew coach there through WestJet. So I went through Calgary and then Calgary to Portland. And coach seats have gotten smaller, or I have gotten bigger. Obviously, I've gotten bigger. So on the way back, I got a message. I got an email the night before. It's like you could upgrade to business class if you want for $100. And I had used points. Like I had gift card for $750 for the flight that I used towards the flight. So the flight only cost me $25 round trip originally. So I was like, yeah, I'll splurge an extra $100 for business class. And now I don't think I can go back because that was nice and comfy and just a better experience. So
the one time I flew halfway around the world, I had a job interview at Texas A&M's campus in Doha, Qatar.
Okay.
And they paid for the ticket, and they flew me first class 3 out of the 4 legs because you had to fly to Germany and then Germany to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And wow, that first class on it was not KLM, what's Lufthansa. That was pretty sweet, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're there, and you're going to enjoy it. You are there for a seminar or something, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's a work day. So in the morning, I'm presenting a paper, and in the afternoon, I am giving comments to other people's papers. So tomorrow's the work day. So I have to earn my
what was
subsidy. Today was I'm reading the papers in the hotel room to get ready to talk about them tomorrow.
Oh, so it's like a one-day it's a one-day conference, really.
Well, sometimes your papers are across 2. It's only a 3-day conference, and sometimes your papers are on 2 days. Mine are both on 1 day. So that's one reason I knew I could sightsee. And the school will pay for the hotel. The school basically is going to pay for 2/3 of the trip. So I'm spending a little extra, and so they're paying for the business side. I'm paying for the pleasure side. So it's
fair enough.
Mix and match trip. But I will say that I did briefly spot Lego. I was down at Granville Markets, and there's that one building that has kid oriented. There's several different toy and type stuff. But after being a participant of this show, I've heard you groan enough about Lego prices that I didn't even go look at the stuff.
They tend to be on par, Canadian dollar to US dollar. But if you how does that work? If you buy something, no, I think it would be about the same. Even if you come here and buy with US dollars.
Yeah, my luggage was pretty full on the way out, so I'm like, I don't need to buy it here. So.
Yeah, the only thing you could get here is like Toys R Us and things like that. But I don't think Toys R Us has anything exclusive anyhow. So
it sounds like the one thing that you folks are getting is that one space poly bag, or are you saying?
Dollarama. Okay. Dollaramas have them. So if you're,
it's not worth a special trip for me. So
no, but there's probably one close by. Like those stores. Assuming there's Dollarama exists in BC, like my town has 4 or 5 of them.
I saw one as I was riding in the cab today, so I know there is at least one around here. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want one or two, then you might as well, right?
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, and speaking of space stuff, we got Space Figs, which had been leaked previous to this. It was a very poor render, and have since they've come out again. This is actually the same render that was leaked originally, in a poorer quality. But yeah, there's they were posted up on a minifig collector web page. That's a US official US seller. They had already been leaked before that. Someone had found it in a store. and bought them and opened them. So there was a few shots of that. So I mean, unofficially they've been announced. I don't think Lego intended to get them announced yet because they haven't actually made an official announcement themselves. But I think it's just it got out there and they're like, yeah, I can't do much about it now. So it was someone bought it in retail, so it's allowed, right?
I mean,
So,
I find this surprising that, someone actually bought one at a retail shop. That tells you that they've already shipped.
yeah,
So they've already been in the container ships and they're starting to land on
yeah,
whatever continent that this one popped out on.
yeah,
Usually, we get the official photographs from Lego in advance of
yeah.
those kind of someone accidentally being able to buy one. I mean, that makes me think that they're probably going to be for sale pretty quick.
Well, they were originally set to go out May 1st. So I mean
Okay.
that's a month away. Um, let me just full screen this guy, or at least or not sure which button to hit. This is from Reddit, but this is the pictures that were originally leaked. So there was like the actual unfolded instruction sheet, the box with the classic space banner on the side, like the rest of the theme, and then they managed to open 3 of them. But what I did like seeing was I don't think I can zoom in really on this, which sucks. Well, hold on. Yeah, it won't. Oh wait, hold on. Yes, I do remember how to do it. If I open image a new tab, nope, not gonna work. There's a small hose attached to this claw thingy, which hopefully we can get a better picture of. But anyways, so yeah, it was interesting to see, regardless, that they'd been leaked. I mean, like I said, they'd already been leaked a while ago, so it's not like it was a huge surprise for most people. Um, but yeah, we'll look over them, and I don't know. Are you interested in them much? Are you build space, but are you a spacer?
So when I saw the picture, I have to admit I was pretty. So before the picture came out,
Yeah,
I warned my classic space friends to
yep,
prepare yourself for disappointment because
yeah,
their dream was like we were going to get like space classic spacemen in colors. We've never gotten them,
yeah. Well, that
and
was my
yada
dream
yada
too.
yada.
Yeah,
And I said, be prepared for none of that to come true. And now that the
yeah.
pictures are out, I have to say that I'm even more disappointed than I thought I was going to be. Like I'm not jazzed about most of these designs. Now, I will point out that I had classic space as a kid.
Yeah,
I never had the Mtron. I never had Blacktron. I never had the successor. So those figures have very little appeal to me personally. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for them.
yeah,
The Alien reference one, where it's vague enough that they're not going to get sued by whatever Universal, but they're clearly referencing the Alien movie. That one's not quite alien enough for me. The
that well, okay. So hold on, let me just find the pictures
the
because
space penguins are kind of weird. I don't.
um, you know what? I'm actually going to pull this up on Brickset because Brickset tends to have the better zoomable images. I hope they do.
And like the dog seems like a random accessory to include in a space line. Like they could have made it more of a space dog.
Well, it's a robot.
Is it? It's supposed to be a robot.
Yeah, it's a robot.
I will say that the green-headed man with the stars is the figure I am probably the most excited about.
Lines. Oh,
It's
see, that's
really
funny.
it's
Yeah,
original. It's not like anything I've ever seen before.
yeah.
And the the blue
Uh,
girl with the space baby I'm excited about, but like the throwback ones I could care less about, frankly.
yeah, like this one's not aliens.
Right.
This is the last space insects line that came out.
Oh, like insectoids?
Insectoids, yeah. No, not insectoids. After that,
Okay.
um, I forget what it's called in chat if you can remember. I can't think of the name because I never got the series. I have one or
Not
two.
Galaxy Explorer. It's not
Galaxy Squad, I think
a
it was.
Galaxy Squad. Is that
Yeah.
a Galaxy Squad reference?
Well, they were saying. Did I open Brickset? I did.
I bought the whole Galaxy Squad series and it didn't
Let's pull
ring
it
a
up.
bell with me.
Um,
Yeah, because the aliens in that are like they're not that color scheme.
Well, I think it's more just the style of their chests.
Oh,
Like when
okay.
you look at that chest, right?
Yeah. Okay, I can see
Compare,
that now. Fair.
oh, I keep on going back to that. Compared to
I think you
where
need
is
more
it?
tabs open.
Compared to this. So
Okay, so the design, the motif is that the color scheme is completely different.
well, there might be ones in the other color. Um, I really don't. So Ben's disagreeing with me, and that's okay. Like I don't. Let's see if there were any that were blue. There was orange, but that was a robot. That's the same color.
The
Those
aliens were
fit
all
the same
forms of
shade.
green, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, oh no, well, there's a dark red one.
I don't remember that dark red one, and I bought like every set.
I'm just seeing if there's a better picture of the dark red one.
But I don't
Oh,
like to
actually,
be a negative Nancy because I'm not someone who just like rips on Lego generically, but I'm like really disappointed in the series. There's only two figures where I would be wanting to get more than one of them, and that would be the black the stars uniform, and then I think what
oh
was the other one? But the rest are sort of like, and I'll split a case with somebody, so I'll get one of
yeah,
each, and I'll be fine with that.
yeah. Sorry, Ben was referencing the lady and the dog. It doesn't really go well with the fig, the robot
Yeah,
dog.
it
But yeah,
just
so
it seems not. I will say
I
that
agree. This is
the
one of my least favorite in the line.
the NASA with the jetpack, I like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and that would go well with the city space.
and
I
it has
see.
a classic space logo right here too,
Okay,
which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, so I mean, might as well start from the top. There's the the alien guy, the person dressed as an alien, and Chris was mentioning that the picture, if you can see here, it's got a smiley face. He's like a
hmm
I don't know if there's a better shot of it than that.
I
Yeah,
wonder
there.
if that thing coming out of his head is that hairpiece a two-piece hairpiece
That's what
or
we think. That we think it's. We're hoping it's agreeably,
okay.
but we're not 100% sure.
Because a lot of those, like the hair pieces that come in the friend sets, have like a tiny micro pinhole to put
Yeah,
bows and
yeah,
sunglasses.
yeah, exactly.
So because that hair piece is actually, I think, a new style of hair. So I would hope that they would make it reusable.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. It's used. Yeah, I would assume that they would make it um, usable as one as well. Now, the funny thing is, you can see a little outline
Yeah.
around the face too. So, I mean, that head is kind of a one-off because it's got that on there. But yeah, okay. So there's that one. Uh, too many things open today. With the two little aliens, and I don't know if a third one will come with it because they tend to usually pack it extra. I'm assuming that these are the extras as well,
I
but it
was
makes sense. It makes sense that they wouldn't post or add a third one, but
I
that's
like
my
this.
thought.
I like the sculpt to the second one. I mean, I think it's kind
Yeah,
of fun where the alien, not the robot chef, the feet look interesting.
yeah, the feet are a cool part. I don't know if it's going to be studded or if it's actually if it's got the leg thingies sticking up. I'd assume it does have the leg thingies. When I first saw this, I'm like, oh my god, it's a corrugated brick that goes around the corner,
It
but
looked like it.
it's
Yeah.
not because, but we could hope. Yeah, I was saying like these two kind of go together to me, like generation wise, like
hmm
style wise, because we also had the guy version of this in one of the earlier collectible minifigs sets.
Yeah.
We had
To
the
me,
like,
the male version felt like a reference to the Buck Rogers
yeah,
1980 kind of
yeah. So
movie.
this and so to me, these two can kind of go with that, I would say.
Yeah.
And the dog is, it's maybe a little family. Buck Rogers, his wife, and the dog, or whatever. Um, the Mtron guy, absolutely amazing. You can see the hose here. Again, I'm hoping that's a separate piece, but I'm worried it's not. It does have a bar at the end because one of the images I saw had like a red half pin in the back. But yeah, he's got the claw and it's holding it like an Mtron style tile with brick on it. It actually comes with a light gray brick, so I might get a million of these just so I can get more light gray bricks. But anyway, Army builder for this one as well. The face is greenish on one side and clear on the other, like a regular yellow face on the other. So it doesn't have it gives it the look of a visor, but it doesn't have a visor on it. Still a pretty cool helmet though. Wait till Matt comes back. Well, he already talked about this one, Space Dude.
I'm just getting a beverage.
Oh, he's getting a beverage. A Canadian, he's getting Canada Dry as I drink my iced tea. Ben saying that robot face is funny with the nerdy look on it. Yeah, agreed.
It's a Canada Wet. It's H2O.
H2O. My favorites are the M-Tron guy, the Ice Planet guy, and the Space Girl with the pink space baby. Yep. I mean, obviously, M-Tron guy is going to be an army builder. This one, when we were talking on Old Gray Bricks on Monday, not very many people were thrilled with this one. Oh, and it is mentioned that I need to mention also all the base plates have star patterns on them as well. So,
well, if somebody wants to buy a bunch of cases, I'll take the Starman. You can have the M-Tron figures.
what? No, everybody has uses for a whole bunch of those pieces.
Oh no! I meant if you're going to buy a case to army build, I'll take the Star minifig.
No, I'm saying I have uses for them because I use them for. Anyway,
and I'm assuming. So I'm also really curious in the Starman, the silver neck platter.
Yes,
that's I don't think that's compatible with a normal. That's not a normal radar dish because you could.
No, it's a new piece. Save image as. Just let me save this quickly and open it again. So it's actually a new piece that goes under his neck. And we think the Mark and I were chatting about this during the chat on Monday, and I don't know that that's the actual dome that we currently have in clear. We think it might be a different one based on the original image.
I concur. It looks like a new mold to me.
Yeah, like based on this, it's hard to tell. It doesn't look tall enough to be that too high one.
Isn't the existing one? Doesn't it not have a stud on top?
It does have a stud on top.
Okay.
So, I mean, the part I'm talking about is, I'll just open up Brick Link here. Order, no, I don't need my orders, sorry. Market. Color guide, I'll just pull up the trans clear one because I drove right past it. I just said drove right past it. Brick round. Yeah, this is the bell jar one, which is this guy. Really?
Yeah, it does look taller in the render.
Yeah. Really? There's not much bigger ones? I mean, it just looks taller in general when you look at it this way. And it's got those pips for the studs. So I don't know. I think it might be a new part. It's hard to tell. Paul, the stars on the stars on the plates look like dust. Yeah, I agree.
We're all stardust.
Yeah. Battery powered bricks, not torn. I'm torn with these. May get 2 or 3 of them, but not overly excited for them. Yeah, and this was something I was wondering too. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be so hard to get these," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what the spacers are saying. The people that really love space, but most people, Castle fans, train fans, they'll be like, meh, maybe a few, maybe like So I don't know how these are gonna sell.
I'm very good friends with classic space fans, but they wildly overestimate the market demand for their favorite product. Well, it does not sell that well on Bricklink. It does not sell that. I have bought classic stuff, and trust me, other things really sell a lot better. So
yeah,
I don't think these will be super hard to find once the initial classic space people get their hands on them.
Well, and I mean, army building, obviously, certain ones will be harder to find. I would say, but yeah, there'll be enough of them, I think. Then there's the alien, the classic gray alien
tourist.
He's
got the heart. The thing that struck me about this one is that other than the head, there's not. You take that head off, and it's just a short leg minifig. I mean, there's nothing spacey about it except that.
Yeah, you can just put a regular face on it and just put it in your city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like I said, we talked about the bug guy. The bug guy actually has a larger head helmet off the back. Let's just see if I can find that picture.
And he's got weird feet, it looks like almost like hoof feet.
Yeah, he's got the hoof feet as well. Hoof feet. I just where's that?
I'm curious. It looks like the proboscis. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the things that insects have that come off around their jaw. It
Sure.
almost looks like they might be curled enough that you could that they would fit into system, and you could maybe snap something in there. I'm gonna be
Like up
curious.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm curious to see if it could be
Okay.
incorporated into system.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is he's got a whole mandible, like a whole thing that comes off the back of his head too. And it looks like, my guess is these are the ladybug wings, just recolored, like the minibug figure.
Probably.
So, where were we? We
were at the beginning of the second row of the.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get back to the pictures here. There we go.
Yeah, my OCD is worried for you in all your tabs.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. My computer does pretty good these days. I don't have it was only when I had Digital Designer open with my mosaic on it or Studio, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the astronaut, the NASA guy. I mean, I could see this being an army builder as well. People are going to want more astronauts. Why not? Especially if they're doing like a space themed town or area or something.
Or anyone who's doing like a space station, I could see them wanting a bunch of these.
Yeah. Just catching up on chat here. Did I say that already? Paul said the stars look like dust.
Yeah.
Realized that the trans neon green and orange retired, would have been fine with the current bright trans version for a better visor or helmets. Yeah, like trans neon green is definitely gone. But that being said, that helmet looks kind of trans. I know that's probably bright green or trans regular, like the new green, but it almost looks neon, I think, with that helmet, with that head behind it. But
and
again,
I have to say the face design under that on the head, I'm actually kind of curious to see what it looks like without the green filter. It looks like it could be an interesting face that we've never had before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Anton, the torso of the ice planet seems to be covered by some type of body armor. Hopefully it isn't. Hopefully it'll be the old logo below. Yeah, so this guy here, this is printed. Oh no, I guess there's shoulder pauldrons, but yeah, I guess that is a separate piece. I don't know that I've seen.
It could be one of those where the neck threads through and it's like a front and it's got the shoulders, like the samurai minifig that came out years ago. Didn't it have that?
Yeah, I haven't seen this design of it before. So I mean, I love it. I mean, technically, this is for army building. You're getting the Ice Planet logo on the shoulder. If there is an Ice Planet logo underneath here, you can now technically build more than 2 characters, right? Or you can build 2 characters out of the same one. Go ahead.
Notice the handle on his ice axe. So it's the 1x1 round stud with the bar that comes out and comes down. We've had that in white.
We've had that in white and I think gray. And I think that's a blue, one of those rounded snot bricks. The two third high snot bricks that exist now that have been black. Actually, here. No, I don't have one with me here. You know what I mean, though, right? With the curved back, the ones that come in all the speed champions.
I don't build cars. It's fine. You don't have to.
Oh no, it's not. It's not fine, Matt. It's not fine.
Just because I can't immediately visualize the part, it's okay.
This guy.
Oh yeah, the curved snob. Sorry.
But in blue.
Oh, that's great. We'll get another color. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming it isn't in blue currently. Black, light aqua, gray, and white. Yeah. And I just noticed that as we're talking about it, so that's hopeful for that. Well, and of course, the penguin.
I will say that the one thing I appreciate that Lego's done in recent years is that when they roll out a new mold, they have been feeding us it in a variety of colors, typically pretty quickly. And whether it's plant parts or that new, I'm glad to see the rounded snot brick coming in more colors. So that's great.
Yeah. Battery powered brick stares at absolute piles of Galaxy Explorers at Walmart. Yeah, I still found a couple when I was out there.
Yeah,
in February, right? So
When they clearanced it out for as much as they began to clearance it at some U.S. stores, that's a blinking red light that says this did not sell that well.
Yeah, feels like these will sell out. But you know what? That being said, I think Walmart shot themselves in the foot with that because they put them on sale for $50 for a little while and then raised the price up, and everybody thought, well, I'm going to wait till it's back to $50. And I don't think they ever went down to that price again unless you got them on clearance. So that's why I would say that's partially Walmart's fault as well. The tourist has gray arms and head, though. With a yellow head, he'd look like he's having petrified arms. Well, I mean, this is true. I mean, you could be wearing a T-shirt underneath. You could always flip the hands out for whatever yellow tone you want or whatever. Yeah, the alien's got a grape slushy. Also, with the current space theme, push the sales might be a bit better. Sorry. Also, with the current space theme, yeah, push the sales might be. Yeah, okay. Sales might
it's
be better.
possible, but my stable position is that space does not sell as well as space fans think it does until they prove me wrong. So.
Yeah, the 1x1 round tile lens on the astronaut's backpack. Yeah, this one here, the camera. It's awesome, and I think that's a new backpack mold as well. There was another shot of it. Where did I see that? I think that was in the photos. Yeah, here you can see a bit of a shot of it here.
Oh.
And it looks like a newer design. It looks like it's got studs on the back. And it's got a piece sticking out here on the side too. I think, that could just be a plate. But
I don't know.
That's interesting. Because there's one of these on either side, and it's the plate with the bar on it, right? But that doesn't exist in a 1x1 piece. Oh, it could be the curvy one.
Yeah.
The 1x1 with curves. Okay. In gray though, or white. I don't know what color that is. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, Ice Planet. Sorry, go ahead.
I will say that the Space Penguin is sufficiently weird that I kind of like it, just because it's kind of weirdly unexpected. The visor in the Space Penguin space suit is kind of funny.
Yeah. I love how it matches to kind of the Ice Planet guy's helmet, and I believe this is just a print. I don't think it's a molded visor. I think it's just a print. I do love the visor. I think it's more military Ice Planet. You know what I mean? Obviously, if they're fighting penguins, maybe. I don't know. Well, no, because the penguin has the logo on it too. But
they have military penguin assistants in space.
There you go. Yeah, of course. And also, we had in the Chinese New Year set a few years ago, we had the Ice Planet torsos with the jacket that they had the Ice Planet logo on there as well. So they're giving us some nice Ice Planet love, and I think I need to make an Ice Planet mock at some point. All right, next up. Dave's in chat. Hello, Canadian-based friends. I'm assuming he's waiting for the squirrels to get going and getting his computer started, or he's just not joining us, which is fun too. I don't like the penguin. Needs the space logo on it, but I don't think the penguin needs the space logo on it, but I really like it. Well, it's a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Obviously. No, I was joking.
It's a penguin-shaped spacesuit. The penguin's actually inside there. You'd have to rip him out of the spacesuit.
Yeah, it's like Chonky Cat, who isn't actually Chonky Cat. He's just a regular cat in a spacesuit. That's why he's chunky. Yeah. Are we going to talk about D&D set, or is the interest wane about this already? We did talk about it last week. We can talk about it again today. I mean, Matt wasn't there. But yeah, we can talk about it if you want. I think it came out on Wednesday or Tuesday last week. Speaking of freaky eyes, that one monster with all those eyes. The monster with all those eyes? This guy? Oh yeah, okay. And hello, David. And yep, French squirrels are especially slow to start. Well, I have nothing good to say, so I'm not going to say anything at all. Thumper taught me a lesson. All right, Blacktron dude. So this guy has been partially possessed or partially transformed into something else. The other image of this guy from the instructions or from the list shows that his torso is not modified. So buying this torso or buying this guy, you can build as many Blacktron 2 figures as you want. Just flop it for another black arm. This does come with the dual molded stitch arm too, which is kind of fun. And one of those monster feet that we were talking about a few minutes ago. The downside is obviously you're gonna have to switch out the other leg, but stormtroopers have lots of different leg printing as well, so there's definitely options there.
But they don't have the printing isn't the same though, so it's not going to match.
No, but I'm saying you can just replace it with a Star Wars stormtrooper hips and legs, and you're going to be okay.
For me, other than the dual molded arm, which I think is kind of a cool twist, this is a snooze figure because I'm not a fan of the original Blacktron logo. I think it looks very dated.
So this is Blacktron 2, for the record.
Blacktron 2.
Don't ever say that's the Blacktron logo because people will yell. It is a Blacktron logo, but yeah.
I have no nostalgia value. I don't think it's an attractive logo.
Yeah.
The fact that he's like half and half makes it really hard to want to army build something. So it's almost like they're trying to do too much with this figure to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm just pulling up one of the sets to pull up the figure. You don't have the minifigure information. Well, what good are you? Let's just see if this one has it. Minifigure. There we go. So, I mean, you look at the original Blacktron logo and compare it with let's go back to that other picture.
And for me, as someone whose original sets were all Classic Space, I think the Classic Space logo is so much better than that Blacktron logo.
Oh yeah, I'm not going
to me. I feel like Lego went backwards in terms of artistic quality.
They did. I mean, they did improve it. Like this one was always boring to me, and I just never liked it. I would say this one at least has more detailing because it's got more detailing. Yeah, the Stitch Fig hands, Ben. That's what those are. The two arms. David is trying to hit on you. Not as such an attractive man. That goes back to our chat in our Canadian Brick Builders group.
There's a backstory about that, but I went to a sports bar and this guy started talking with me, and he's telling me about where to go to see the hot women here in Vancouver. Yeah. And I made some comment about apparently I did not give off enough gay vibes so that he did not understand. And so, but David commented and said, well, that's because you're a very attractive man or something like that.
Exactly. Alternate Canada does like the Blacktron 2 logo growing up. I think I'm the only person that liked the logo. Must be just nostalgic though. So I think really what it was they branded it as Blacktron. We had already had the original Blacktron minifigure, which, I mean, sorry to say, is definitely a better figure design-wise. Again, personal opinion.
And I would say to alternate candidate, anytime that your entryway into Lego is something, you're probably going to have a lot of warm feelings about that. And the fact that someone like me who started off in Classic Space doesn't have warm fuzzies about that Blacktron, that doesn't take away. You can love that figure. I'm just saying I'm very ambivalent about it personally.
Yeah.
So. Hey, look, it's a very attractive David St. Cyr.
It's a Canadian-based Matthew.
That's right. I'm probably using like Rogers internet right now.
No, you're probably using TELUS internet because TELUS is based out of Vancouver.
All right.
Just saying, and they have fiber there. So.
But why is the arena called Rogers then? Shouldn't it be called TELUS?
Because Rogers, they own our Skydome too. So. Just whoever pays the most money, right? Obviously, Rogers is trying to, in TELUS's hometown, Rogers is trying to
make a splash.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I've always loved this Blacktron 2 figure, or the Blacktron versus Blacktron 2. That's just personal, but this to me, because it was the bad guy for Futron, and I love Futron.
I agree I think just artistically, I think that first Blacktron look is a better look to me than the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of biased toward the Blacktron 1 figure. On the other hand, I think Lego did us a favor that they included a lot of Blacktron 1 references during the all through the CMF waves. So, and there weren't a lot of Blacktron 2 references. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad they're doing Blacktron 2 on.
Me too. I'm glad because like this figure, the Blacktron 1 figure, I think we can still get on Pick a Brick type thing.
Yeah,
maybe,
and they gave us an updated version with the Blacktron Cruiser.
Yeah.
Which was a gift with purchase because it had back printing compared to the original figure. So
yeah.
I'm glad they're giving us a Blacktron 2 figure instead.
Yeah. Are you surprised they didn't give us a new like a figure in the current sets lineup?
Nope.
Like one of these dudes.
Or one of these dudes. Where are my dudes?
Actually, I just pulled one.
Greetings, my dudes and dudettes.
like one of these dudes. Here, we'll just go back to. Hold on, I'm trying to move the mouse over to. Yeah, like these guys. I'm just showing off. As is Matt, or as is Dave. I love your shirt, Dave. Did we actually? Oh yeah, Cinebrick.
Yep, first Cinebrick.
That was
Cinebrick 1.0. Because
that'd be a great name for a Lego store, Cinebrick, but instead of like Cinnabon, but Cinebrick. Anyway, did we finish looking at these? No, we didn't. Let's just finish this off, and then we'll go. We'll see what we've been doing. So yeah, the next one up is the Orion figure, which is mostly transparent purples, transparent blue, somewhere in that shade. I can't really tell.
Yeah.
I mean, this one to me, while I don't like the alien one, this one to me is going to be the weakest one in the collection.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless they start creating constellation, like a figure for every constellation or something like that, and then on its own, it might become a collectible.
Yeah, but I just don't get that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I get all the others.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed they included that and they didn't include a revised version of either a Space Police,
Yeah.
either 1, 2, or 3, or like a new
Or
color
Futuron
of Classic Spaceman or Futuron or
Yeah. To me, and this is Orion, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what the constellation is. Why has he got a club? Shouldn't he have a bow?
You should have a bow.
Like I don't know my Greek mythology. I don't know my constellation.
Orion had a bow.
Yeah, I know because the bow is here in the picture. But that threw me off too. It's like why has he got a club?
My thing is I wish the torso was also
transparent.
Purple.
Yeah.
The whole
I think
figure.
it might be. It could be on the side. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's definitely transparent all the way, but because of that face printing, I mean, it kind of ruins the whole figure.
Yeah. He's ripped. Yeah, because I mean, if you could just brasso everything off of them, then I mean, it'd be just a clear figure, which would be really cool. Although it is the sparkly purple too, I would assume. Yeah, it is because of that would make sense. And last but not least, we have our Classic Space Nanny, which, as far as I can tell, does not have a single Classic Space logo on her body. But it does come with a pink baby.
The fact that they did not give us a single new color of Classic Space Adult is incredibly deflating as far as I'm concerned. Like they could have given us, like we got orange, we've gotten kind of purple, but they could have given us an all new color. I mean, it could have even been
dark blue would have been great. I mean, a dark blue Classic Space figure would have been awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Or dark red or something in those shades. I mean,
nougat.
Or
every shade would work.
Or just re-release the black one because we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Right.
Black
teal
Classic Space minifigs in a long while, and there were in not a lot of sets. So why not just release it in the CMF and see the price drop?
Yeah.
That being said, I like this figure. I think it's a cool robot type or android type figure. I mean, it's something you could army build because, I mean, other than the face, I guess, you know, it's also a question of what color it is. It looks like it could be white, but hard to tell 100%. It could be light gray.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's
It's
white.
white here.
No,
Yeah, it's
it
white.
looks
Oh,
white.
sorry, it's white on this side. I wasn't pointing at the right screen. So yeah, I guess it's white. So I mean, there are other white faces we could use. But
What Lego really should have done is instead of just giving us Orion, they should have given us all of the signs of the zodiac.
as a collectible space, but I don't think that would sell very well at all.
I would buy it, but
Well, yeah, as I said, I don't think it'll sell very well at all. No, it'd be a very limited thing, and I mean, already I think this is going to be a limited interest. I mean, people will buy it because they're collecting. This is Series 26, so people will buy it because they need to collect them all, right? But I don't like for people buying more than one copy. I mean, other than spacers and army builders, I don't think there's going to be many. I probably like. I mean, ideally, I could see Mtron, Blacktron 2, Ice Planet, and the Space Baby, the Space Nanny. The ones being the ones that would sell a lot. Maybe the astronaut.
I mean, the tourist, the alien tourist could easily been worked in any like town layout.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah,
change
that's true too. So maybe people get one or two of those. I mean, I would probably take the tourist and pop it into castle. Well, I would take the head at least and pop it into the castle.
Time traveling aliens. That makes sense.
Yeah. These space babies are going to be a thing. I wonder if they'll extend this to Blacktron 1. That'd be cool. Could have given us a baby bottle with a Classic Space logo print on it. Well, we do have the tool chest with the Classic Space logo on it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm most looking forward to Mtron personally. I think with that new gripper guy and just a new torso, the Mtron guy has a power suit as well. Let me just find the picture. There it is. You can see on the side of his legs. It's basically he's wearing like a power armor. So, and like I said, that hose off the back. Damn. There you go. The hose off of the back into the cylinder, I think is pretty cool. That I love the helmet, even though it's not actually got a windscreen on it or a visor on it. To me, that's the winner. Ice Planet as well. Love the Ice Planet one also, but yeah. How about you, Dave?
Well, like you, I think Mtron and the black the three that are from original Lego teams, the Mtron, the Ice Planet, and the Black Tron. I think those are the winners. I said it before. I'm not like big fan of space babies, but I'll surely grab. Well, I mean,
you usually collect the full set, right?
Yeah, I get the full set. I'm probably gonna get 2 full boxes of these just
for yourself.
Yeah, just for myself.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna probably sell what I don't want in it, but
yeah.
But I do actually like the robot, the cooking robot, or
I think it's cool.
I like the legs. I like the reference to Classic Space on his chest.
Huh? There's no reference to. Oh, you mean that screen?
Yeah, he has.
Oh, I never realized that. Okay.
So he has the Classic Space screen on his chest.
Yeah, I never noticed that. Okay, that's awesome.
So I like this robot. I think I'm gonna add this robot because I do have lots of robot on my layout. So I'm gonna add this one to the layout for sure.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not too fond of the first Alien. I mean,
this guy.
Yeah, the first one, the first.
Oh, this
first
guy.
big. Yeah, this guy. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I like the hair. I think that's a cool hair piece. Like I said, I hope to gosh this is a greebly, like a piece that's removable, because that is a greeble piece. I think is going to be amazing. I mean, take this and put it at the end of the space gun.
Sure.
I mean, it just looks kind of cool. The aliens are cute too. Why not?
Well, yeah, but
and the video screen on his face reminds me of that cartoon with the guy that's got the eye.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name right now, but
I wonder if there's any relation. to these aliens.
The tree-eye guy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Uh,
but the rest, I don't know. Like I said, I wish Lego would have included Space Police, Classic Space,
yeah,
Futuron,
and
other than Orion and
yeah,
again
I
more
I think
aliens.
I think they wanted to also include new things as well, just so that it wouldn't be just for space, like for the old folk, the old lovers of space, right? They're putting
Yeah, I
enough
know,
in.
but
Yeah, I'm just saying. And I mean, matching up sets. You had the guy, Buck Rogers type dude. And now you've got the female version, right?
yeah,
I
but
don't know. So,
eh,
I'll probably get at least two series. So usually what I do is I order about 50 figs from our from Indigo chapters type thing, and usually that guarantees me that they send me a box and a bunch of loose ones. So I might go 60 or 70 this time. Well, I guess if I went 72, I technically would get two boxes, but
Just get 2 cases, yeah.
yeah, the problem is trying to ensure you get 2 cases, right?
We'll
But
do the
I do
Costco,
like,
dude.
Do the
Costco.
yeah, well, that's the other thing. I might just wait to Costco and buy 2 cases, and I'll probably just pick these up like I've been doing for the current series. If I find something at Walmart or whatever, if I can scan the barcode, I do. I found like an extra 3 or 4 goat guys, but I'll just randomly grab a few here and there and just put them in my cart, especially if they're small barcodes, because there's a chance it could be some of the better figs. And I've got like 6 of some of the those figs that are in my store, or they're in my store, but they won't be listed for like a couple of years. Like I won't put them out for a few years, just because I don't need to sell them at $5. I'd rather sell them at 6 or 7 because I at least get my money back. Um, Robot Chef will look good in a Lunar Timmy's module. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, yeah. So anyway, let's. We kind of jumped into that right away. We technically haven't done a roundtable to see what people are doing. I mean, Matt, you did tell us about your day and stuff. Have you been doing anything else, or are you good? You want to?
I've done like almost no Lego because I was
Oh no,
under the gun to get ready for this trip. So
Yeah,
no, I don't have a lot of Lego stuff going on.
All right, fair enough. How about you, Mr. Sincere? What have you been working on?
Oh,
What?
there's one thing I did want to say, which is the
Oh.
pictures that came out of Portland. There was that Good Grief, which was a reef with a wave behind it. Dropped my jaw, and I'm sorry I didn't warn you so you could call up a picture. But
Yeah,
every once in a while you see someone's build, and you're just like, "Holy cow!"
I don't know that I've seen that one at all.
I'll see if I can send you a link in the chat.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, even if it's Instagram or whatever, we'll be able to pull it up. So, how about you, Mr. Sincere?
Well, not much. I actually built
Why can we do this? No, it's true.
the small. I
small
did
one?
change it.
Poly bag?
Yeah, the small poly. I did change it up because I didn't like the fact that the battery was sitting right behind the pilot, and
Okay.
you could put like an air tank on it. So
Mhm.
and I did modify the front because I think these I don't know, intakes should be that way instead of being
Downward. Well, they can
downward.
rotatable, right?
Yeah, but they should be. Yeah, you know, air tanks are usually angled this way
Thanks,
and not angled that way. So
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just pulling up Matt's
this
link.
is the original. This is what I did. So yeah, and I'm probably gonna put a steering wheel on it. So it should be more classic space because they all have steering wheels.
Gotcha. That's not a cube. I didn't catch that reference because I was partially paying attention. What did you say about cube?
I'm supposed to build a cube for.
Oh, yes.
ocean.
Okay. Gotcha. For French New Hashima,
Mm.
the city of the squirrels.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that be Nouveau Hashima?
No, that's we actually call it Neo Oshiaga because Oshiaga was the name of Montreal back in the days. So
Cool.
Neo Sheaga is our.
That sounds like a mouthful.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, you're right, Matthew. That's not a cube. Matthew is because Matthew's part of the project.
Yeah,
so
I get
that's
that.
why he's bugging me about.
Ben built the small rover Technic polybag earlier this week without too much cursing and swearing. I just finished building this one yesterday.
Ooh, cool.
The new space base. That's one of the sets I got last week. The other one, the orbital platform, the rain. It's not that one. I'll probably build at some point, but I don't have as much love for that one that I did for the other sets. So, but I do want to get the figures out of there, so I probably will build it at some point.
And how was the build for the biggest?
The build was okay. I have to say, I'm just moving us around here so I can do the screen thingy again. I have to say, this vehicle is horrible. It is just ugly.
That's ugly.
It's when I was building it, because you put the side pieces on. So this is like the side of it, and it's got panels for windows and stuff. And I just did not like it. It was just compared to, so like there's that, and then you compare it to the actual spaceship on the platform, right? So that comes off, and you look at this ship, and I mean, just this one I liked. I like the look of it. Obviously, the module pops off of the back, so it's just kind of a holder. But I love the nose of this. I think it looks a lot nicer than this vehicle. Like, just I think this is too thin. They need to be a little wider, and also kind of compare it to the other rovers that are in this line. It doesn't look good. I don't know. That's just me. There's very little action on this. Like, there's nothing you can really do other than remove that container. Whereas the base itself, the base itself has the airlock at the front. That's just a plate you pull up. But I love that tiling on there. It does open up.
Cool.
Hold on. Obviously, there's a crane, and this whole crane tilts, which I really like the way that works. But yeah, it opens up.
I thought it was going to smack you in the glasses as you swing
no. There's a lab on this side with the airlock there. There's the airlock, and I didn't put any of the stickers on those pieces. In the middle, let me just try to open this one up. In the middle is like an area where they can basically put their air tanks on, and then these pieces fall down, like their backpacks.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of like, I guess, a recharging station, refilling station. On this side is like their restaurant or the cafe with a vending machine or a water dispenser on the side. I also like the legs on here because the legs do rotate around.
Oh, cool.
So you can kind of like move them around. Like, I don't know, it gives it a little bit of movement that you can kind of set it in weird ways if you want. Like I said, it is modular, so you can add that on. And then the roof on top does, like, it just easily removes, and you got like 3 control centers or 4 control things in there. And the lid sits on nicely and doesn't come off. And they use black Harry Potter wands for antenna array, which I thought was kind of cool. So I like the build. I think there's a little tiny alien area as well with the fluorescent, with the transclear leaves. So it's kind of cool. I mean, overall, it was a decent build. I still like the smaller ship and the smaller rover better, just because of the looks of it and stuff. But yeah, the tower needs to be 4 times higher. The new orange structure is absolutely beautiful. I agree. I actually had the thought today, because I was thinking of my mosaic, and with the new reddish orange, I actually think when that they haven't created 1x1 dots for that yet. When those dots come out, I might have to redo red and orange again, like the red and orange figures to add those in.
Cool.
But excuse me, Lego Timmy, hello, what's up?
I did get my plushie this week.
Oh, you got your plushie?
Yeah,
Cool.
I got my plushie and the best sellers part of my bricks and pieces order.
Yes.
So
I got my not my best sellers, but I got my my order of Denmark bricks and pieces,
Cool.
which I ended up getting that fluorescent yellow rope because I wanted to see what it was, and it's literally just a rope, fluorescent yellow. But I wanted one because I knew I was never going to buy that set. So I have to put that into my collection still too. Other things I did, since no one else did Lego stuff, I guess I have to fill that void. Oh, look,
I did get my plushie, and I slept with my plushie. My plushie is actually in my
TMI. I did receive a small bricks and pieces order, but it's thousands of miles away. So I can't show it to you.
Fair enough. Okay, I do remember seeing this now.
Taking care of that.
I can't make it any bigger, but I do remember seeing this picture. Was it? I'm assuming the whole background is brick built too, because there's like a whale back there.
Yeah, there's a wall that I think is made of different color trans blue bricks, and there's a light source. Now I saw a fan picture of it when they turned the lights down. So basically, all you have is the light coming through that trans blue wall. Yeah. Absolutely amazing in the dark.
Yeah, that does look cool.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And like I said, I do remember seeing that, but I didn't really. It was this version of the picture, so. But yeah, okay, cool.
I think it was. I think it was Abner that took the picture, or somebody shared the picture of it with the lights turned down, and I should have screen captured it. I didn't at the time, and now I regret that because I'm having trouble finding it. I'm trying to locate it on my phone.
Yeah. Should have done the classic space minifigure in New Orange. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be a fun one to get there to do. So my weekend pictures, I actually traveled out of the country, which I think I mentioned on Wednesday. I traveled out to Utica, New York, to go visit Janie. It was actually a half an hour longer drive than going to her house in Owen Sound area, but it was all highway, so it was seemed like a lot faster. But I'll be definitely going back there again. But I've been working on, you guys know this Iron Man set, or these modules from the Iron Man set from a few years ago. I had built a bunch of them. I still actually have one set up on the shelf that we got with the Groot from Costco a while ago. But I built this, and I was like, oh, how many of these, like, how many figures can I put on here? And I've got like 100. I think I have another 90 Marvel figs like that are unique. And I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to do a little background shelf and put some Marvel sets in front of it, like the current cool Marvel sets or whatever in front of it, and have this shelf. And I ran out at this point. This is like, I think this is 21 modules, or no, I forgot what the count is, but it's enough. And I ran out, and I need to make more and stuff. But I was like, oh, the figures I can't put in here are my Hulks and stuff. So we'll get to that in a few minutes, because I actually, I took this picture because I was going to, when I was at Janie's, I was going to play in Digital Designer or in Studio and work on this, and I never did. But yeah, so driving through a snowstorm Friday to go see Janie. It wasn't bad yet, but I mean, that was like my car was furry on the side. That's how I was explaining it. The snow did fall off as I closed the door. This is me getting gas, but literally the slush was frozen on, and it just looked gross and disgusting. Warning, if you're ever driving cars with like adaptive cruise control that use your cameras and your radar sensors, you're going to lose them during the snowstorm, just so you know, as in they're not going to work because they're just coated in snow. That I was rural enough in Ohio, or in in New York State, that this is like coming out of a Price Chopper or whatever, a Tops, I think it was. I saw an Amish, Midnight or Amish, buggy coming out, and I was like, what?
My life living in an Amish paradise.
I got to Janie's house, and I'd already eaten at McDonald's. By the way, they've done something weird with their logos. It's like WickDonald's. It's upside down. It's got some Japanese or Korean on the side.
Yeah, because they got that hot sauce from.
Yeah, exactly. But I got to Janie's after eating at like where I took that picture. That was by the McDonald's that I managed to stop at, which was close to a Walmart. But anyways, and I got there, and Janie's like, "Oh, we're just about to have some chili. Do you want some?" So I had a small bowl of really, really good chili. We spent Friday evening sorting axles. And by sorting axles, I mean, I'm just trying to get the arrow back here. Hello.
Well, you guys know how to have fun time.
That was a bin full of axles. That was Saturday. That was honestly, this was fun because it was very mindless for the most part, and we were just sitting there in her basement, just chatting away. Matt, I enjoyed it to the point of we finished it. I think that night we got all the axles done. Then we went to plates. By the way, these gaming mats that they use for online board game or for doing board games, they're like a neoprene type rubber or something like that. Every piece, like the axles, you put them on, none of them rolled because it has texture and it would hold everything in place. And I'm like, I need to get one of these for tables. And apparently they're customizable or they're different sizes for different style tables. And you don't need to get one with, women with, half the amount of clothing on. This is just what Brandon is a gamer, so this is just one of the ones he had. But yeah, it's definitely on my list of something to get in a white or a different color. Plates, we sorted light gray and old gray over the period of time. Their basement, Brandon is a collector of video game consoles. So he's got like everything, including some of the old little retro video game consoles that we had or that were available when we were kids. So I took this picture from my kid, and there's 75-inch TV screen down here, bucket wheel excavator, just because of. And then Brandon fired one up. He fired up a PS4, and apparently, if you put PS1 discs or PS2 discs in them, they still work. So it was like this was literally like 8-bit graphics on a 72-inch screen, or whatever that I wasn't. It was probably 16-bit or something, or whatever it was, graphic wise. But it's just kind of funny. Is it gonna play? I don't think I can zoom in on that, can I? No. Oh, no, I can't. Reset. Anyways, just the clock. It was like, what the hell? The thing is, and this clock, Janie got it years ago from her kids, and it's a very loud clock. So when it's quiet, it tick-tocks like way too loud. But anyways, breakfast every morning, yummy. Grilled cheese sandwiches. What do you normally put on grilled cheese sandwiches?
Not mayo.
Bread. Sorry, what?
Not mayo.
Not mayo. Apparently, I just discovered this weekend. Restaurants, if they make a grilled cheese sandwich, they use mayo because it's easier to spread instead of butter. And when you grill it, it grills perfectly fine. The only thing you lose is a bit of the saltiness taste from salted butter. I actually did it today because I needed to make some lunch today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it at home. And yeah, it surprised me. Anyways, JD got married a couple of weeks ago. You'll see the middle picture here is a picture that Coude sent, I think it was, or you sent. I don't remember.
No, I sent it.
Okay, so and then a picture I sent, and I didn't send my kids because I didn't have my kids handy at that time. So I took this picture because JD, years ago when my kids were tiny, took a picture of her with the kids, and they were in there too. So she had this whole board of all the family friends.
I think I'm in there too.
Yeah, you're not in this picture, but I know you're in there somewhere. I did see you.
I sent one of me and Thomas.
Yeah, I was taking pictures mainly of me and my kids just because I thought that was cool.
Okay.
And Janie, yes, I took a picture in someone's bathroom. Janie had this print, or Brandon had this print in their bathroom of Wonder Woman. It's just like a almost looks like someone did it with a crayon. One of the most amazing Wonder Woman sketches I've ever seen. Sorry for the lighting in here. This was taken in weird lighting, but anyway, I sent that to my kid because I'm like, this looks cool. Anyway,
so
we should have that in our bedroom.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, I once went in Dana's bathroom and ended up taking a lot of pictures. It's an entirely Star Wars themed bathroom.
Oh, that's awesome. Horse and buggy is like going to St. Jacobs. Yeah, we have the town close to Kitchener-Waterloo called St. Jacobs, where Janie's Lego store that Janie worked at, non-Lego branded Lego store. They had a whole across the street from it. They had a farmer's market, and it was lots of horse and buggies there. And stop toast brutality. Use mayo. Apparently restaurants do it. I don't know. Anyways, this is JD's backyard. On the Saturday morning, they got like 6 or 8 inches of snow. I don't think we got a few inches here, I would say, from what I could tell. Dave, did you get any on the Saturday?
On the Saturday, yeah, we got a few inches, but
a few inches. My kid came
crazy.
over at 11 to grab his wallet because he'd forgotten it at my house. and the snow was still on the ground. And then I looked at my camera because I got a warning that there was movement or whatever. So I looked at my camera at like 2 in the afternoon, and the snow was almost all gone. Their snow lasted till, well, easily past Sunday when I left. But anyways, one of the Walmarts on my way back, I guess this is becoming a trend, was an entire wall of glass cases.
Whoa.
So like clearance shopping, and I went to 4 Walmarts. This was the only one that had it on my entire trip. So this was, I guess, Watertown, New York. I guess maybe not the best place for.
Are they locked cases or?
They were locked cases. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like, if you're clearance shopping, like the clearance stuff was in here too. If you're clearance shopping, I'm not going to sit there and wait for someone to come and unlock the case. Like I want all of those and all of those and all of those. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, right? That to me was just, I don't know. I guess I've seen that happening a lot. I've seen a few people vlog about it. That Walmarts are doing that. My bricks and pieces order came in. That I was building and finishing, and my toes. So yeah, I ended up building the bulk holder in the corner, and I think I have a better picture finishing the build. Yeah, there it is there. So this is just one unit using those my A-frame wedge pieces that I can't get enough of and don't have enough of. I built that. Took an empty page picture of it. I was trying to get a gooder picture. I ended up actually going on to Rebrickable, and I digitally designed this and put it up on Rebrickable as a free model. It hasn't been approved yet from what I've seen. No, it doesn't look like it's been approved yet. But I wanted to try out Rebrickable because I would like to put up some models and charge a fee for them. But like I did this one as free just to see what the experience was like. So yeah, I think that was it.
Cool.
Yeah. They stopped stocking the DVDs and video games and then put the Lego in the glass cases. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Although most of the DVDs and video games, I'm trying to think of video games were in glass cases. Yeah, they were as well. Yeah, so maybe they're just reusing their cases. But this was a huge section. Like it was the entire.
Yeah, but by doing this, they're gonna kill like their sales.
Yeah, agreed.
Because I'm not the type to run around to see if there's a clerk available to unlock the case. I mean,
I agree.
If the case is locked, I'm just gonna walk away and buy somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's gonna kill the impulse buying.
It is for sure because like they're gonna lose sales on it, and I mean, I'm guessing they did that because they're losing sales by people stealing things.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's just like I don't know how people can sneak a Lego set out in the first place. I mean, obviously there's ways of doing it, but I'm not sure how they're doing it. At least the bigger stuff.
Hey, people can sneak out DVD players or Blu-ray
turkeys.
Turkeys. Well, yeah.
Ground meat. I used to work in a grocery store, and we had someone sneaking ground beef into their purse.
Interesting.
So, yuck.
All right, let's jump into the news. All right, so Lego ideas. There's 3 Lego ideas things that hit 10,000 this week. First one being the I'm not even going to pronounce this name, the chain bridge in Budapest.
Szczeciny.
Yeah, sure, what he said. This is built by Hello Zol. 2,460 pieces. Features a recreation of the chain bridge that is one of the symbols of Budapest. There's a couple more shots of it here. So it's a fairly small scale, but it looks pretty decent.
Yeah, but is it going to sell?
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll become an idea set because it's going to be very localized, and I don't think Lego's going to start I know the London Tower Bridge and stuff, or the London Bridge, not the London Tower Bridge. The London Bridge was a set that they sold for years. I don't think Lego's going to start a bridge collection.
Nope.
Although Golden Gate Bridge would be kind of cool.
Well, based on the US, it has play functions where the bridge falls apart.
Oh, there's a Spider-Man bridge too.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
too
yeah.
soon, Matt. Too soon. Too
Yeah.
soon.
I saw the video. Did you see the video of that boat? It actually, like, they actually have video of the boat hitting the bridge, and it's
I,
kind of crazy.
that happened at. I woke up at 3 a.m. with low blood sugar. Went
Yeah.
downstairs to eat something with carbohydrates, and I happened to while I'm just sitting there waiting for my blood sugar to equalize. I saw the video footage of it, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I mean, I was just like, "Holy cow!" I've driven over that bridge once, and I ended up getting up at 5:30. I left the house at like 5:40 to go to the airport. But anyways,
Yeah. Hold on. I just pulled it up and just muting it, and I'll throw it up because this was just insane. If you haven't seen it, this is just absolutely insane.
And
It
there are people on that bridge.
Yeah, there's people
you
that
have
I
to
don't know that.
realize that 8 people
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
at least 8 people were on that bridge.
Yeah, I don't know if there were fatalities or not, but
Yes,
No,
they are.
yeah,
okay.
there's a
Baltimore.
they're presumed dead. So
Yeah,
they
okay.
were construction. You can see the lights. The construction crew was on the
Oh,
bridge.
there was a construction crew on there too.
Yeah,
Jeez,
there's a construction crew on the bridge, but
yeah,
thankfully
I
the
paused it for a minute.
the people on the boat,
Yeah,
they actually did everything they could to avoid
rest.
this catastrophe. They actually dropped the anchor to try to
Yeah,
stop the boat. It didn't
okay,
work. They radioed the authorities saying, "We're out of control. We're going to hit the bridge.
okay,
Close the bridge." And the authorities did close the bridge just before the accident. So it could have been much, much worse.
okay. Yeah, I was wondering like how out of control makes sense. I'm like, how could they like no not how could they hit the bridge? But let's finish playing it. It's
So
a 2 minute video, so
you can see the lights on the boat go
Yeah.
off. So their power was fluctuating on and off.
yeah,
So they were having trouble steering the boat because they were
Yeah, because
losing.
you can
if you
see
don't
it
have
is
any power to the motors,
yeah.
you try steering a boat without a motor, you're just doing
Well,
nothing.
and I mean the I'm
You're
just
just
trying to get
floating.
to the point where the collapse actually happens.
And it's
Oh,
so
there it is.
fast. I mean, that's the other thing. It's
Yeah.
like seconds after the impact. It's so
Yeah.
fast.
So I mean the current's also moving the boat around too. Then if they have
Yep.
no control, so it's about to topple. Yeah, it was
Yeah, they hit.
shocking. There it goes. It just
They
hit
hit it,
and down it goes. Construction
and
crew.
it's like a deck of cards.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well,
like
because it's supported by everything's supported by the same thing, right?
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Things we talk about on this chat.
But apparently, this wouldn't have happened, at least over here in Quebec, because bridges are not built the same way. First of all, they're built to withstand the ice, breaking the ice. So
Yeah.
that's the first
Dave?
thing, and the second thing is that this bridge was actually built like a castle of cards. So you hit one, all the bridge is gonna come down, and the bridge here are not built that way actually. So if the same accident would have happened here, you would have got like a portion of the bridge that would have gone down, but not the entire bridge like the Key Bridge did.
So I kind of am one of those people who likes disaster porn. So I've watched catastrophes and stuff. And one time I stumbled on this thing on Amazon Prime, and it was like great Canadian catastrophes. And I was unaware of most of these, so they were like new catastrophes. So I went through and watched like all of them. And one of them, I can't remember what city. But I want to say it was like outside of Montreal, but I could be wrong. They tried building a bridge across this gap, and twice the bridge collapsed. And the third time,
That's the old Quebec Bridge.
okay,
That's the old Quebec Bridge. It was one of the first like rail bridges they were trying to build in Canada, and it was way back. I think it's start of the 19th century. So, and yeah, it actually collapsed twice
it's crazy.
before it got built, and they actually after the second well after these both of these catastrophes, they actually took the metal from the collapsed bridge, and the first engineers that got their license to be engineer here in Quebec, they actually got a ring made out of the metal from the bridge to remember. You have to prove your plan. You have to you're responsible for lives
Yeah.
when you're approving your engineering plan.
So we're going down a rabbit hole, and we will get out of this. But Dave, you're mentioning that Quebec bridges are built strong. Explain 2006, buddy.
Well, that's not a bridge. That's actually
An
overpass.
Yes. How many Quebec overpasses failed around that time? I think more than
Two, I
one.
think.
Yeah.
Two?
So you're
Yeah,
you're sitting there talking about how
well,
Quebec bridges
it
are
was
strong.
that those overpass collapsing. They were mostly due to
The
poor
walls.
inspections
Yeah.
and poor maintenance of these
Yeah.
facilities, because
So
they were
just-
all built in like the 1960s, 1970s, and they weren't properly inspected, and the metal that was actually used to reinforce the concrete was rusting
Yeah.
inside
Yeah,
because of
red
all
rebar.
the salt that
Yeah.
we use in our roads to
Yeah.
clear up the
Just
roads for
broken.
ice and snow. So
Yeah. So that being said, sorry, when you said that Quebec bridges are, would never happen, I'm like, hold on here.
oh, the
Anyways.
bridges are built better, but not the overpass.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's still a bridge as far as I'm concerned. It spans a gap. Anyways, all right. Yeah, we've had dump trucks hit Cosbricks, hello, hit the overpass, and nothing here fails in Wisconsin. We've had dump trucks hit, their buckets are up and they've hit bridges in Toronto, and they shut the bridge down for a few days, do any minor repairs. But I mean, it's not like the bridge completely breaks. But it has shut down the Burlington Skyway before doing that too.
But I've heard here over the news, because we were talking about the Key Bridge, and of course the media was talking about the Key Bridge, and there were actually boats that hit some of the bridges. I think near in Valleyfield, that like on the south shore of Montreal. It happened twice actually, and the bridge didn't collapse. So
Yeah, they want to flex
that was a big MF bro that hit that bridge. I mean, did you see like how tall the
Oh yeah, it was like
the
a container
containers
ship,
were
right?
stacked on
Yeah.
that thing? I mean,
Yeah.
it was heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like it was like a transport truck hitting a weed type thing, right? Like, all right, let's get back to the news here. The Great British Bake Off achieves 10,000 supporters. I've never really watched the show, but I could totally understand. There's a love for it around the world. I could totally understand this hitting 10,000 supporters. 2,800 pieces based on the set, or based on the set. Oh, the movies, the television
Yeah,
show,
but
the reality show.
it looks like a TV set actually,
Oh,
and
that's what it's based off of. The
yeah, I
set
know,
for
but
the baking competition.
there's no base on it. There's no base
Oh,
plate.
it's all loose. You mean? Yeah. Base
So-
plates.
So I don't, if it's going to become a set, I think it's going to be heavily modified.
Oh yeah,
by
probably.
Lego.
But I could see it becoming a set. I think this one has a chance.
You think so? Like,
do.
so we have watched every episode in our house. So we are
My apologies.
watchers, but I would not buy the set. I mean, it's going to be the same thing again and again, and the minifigs will be interesting, but the minifigs would be the only part of the set that would get me excited.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see them making a set for it. I mean, come on, they did the BTS set, so
True.
Yeah,
like I said,
but the
for the
BTS
fan
set,
base.
it's not. There's like a big fan
And
base.
it's
Yeah.
not selling well either.
Well, granted, you don't.
Well,
think
it sold well on its release, but right now there's actually you can get the BTS set at a discount at Walmart.ca if you want.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm just saying, I think this might have enough of a fan base that it could work. I don't know if it would. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if it did. All right.
Well,
last one.
It looks
two.
like a big set also. So would you pay
Yeah.
like $400 for that
Well,
set?
I wouldn't buy it. So no, I wouldn't pay that. I've already got too many castle sets to buy. And these silly space sets keep going for sale. Ancient Egyptian Temple, created by GJC15344, is the latest project to achieve 10,000. It's a 2,000 piece build. Features a gatehouse showing some more Egyptian figures such as Thoth or Osiris and Anubis. The back shows some rooms you may have seen inside these temples.
If it becomes a set that Lego Squirrely gonna do just half of it.
You're gonna offend all the Thoth fans because you didn't say Thoth right.
Oh, was it not Thoth? Is it Thoth? I don't know.
I would buy this set. I like it.
Okay.
It's gonna be half a set, like the pyramid.
I see what you're saying. Well, technically it is half a set because it's open on the back. But anyways, okay. Next up, Lego Ideas has a building challenge. Build the gift with purchase set of your dreams, similar to the ones we've had in the previous ones we've had previously. Those Anubis figures are super expensive. Okay, good to know as well. So yeah, it'd be nice to have. I mean, I wouldn't argue to some Egyptian sets. I mean, we've always said like sets from different different periods of time would be amazing. And would have been a great thing to do with dreams or something like that when we were talking about some of the original ideas. But anyways, okay. So yeah, Lego Ideas has a challenge right now. Build 150 to 250 piece set containing only an original. For gift of purchase, the build is pretty much open ended as long as it's 150 to 250 pieces, and only contains an original build. Third party IPs and past Lego sets are not allowed for this one. The grand prize winner will get the following prizes, and they aren't shown. You ready? Ready to see what the prizes are? 10 copies of your gift of purchase. Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon Tail, the Red London telephone box, family tree, Polaroid, one-step camera, and the micro.
That's an interesting set of prices for like 250.
Well, they're all ideas,
pieces
aren't
of idea.
Aren't they all ideas-based sets? Yeah, they are. I'm pretty sure. I think that micro launchpad was an idea set too, wasn't it?
I think I'm actually going to make this our next lug building challenge because why not? 250. Let's see what people could do with 250 pieces.
Yeah. There is no mention of when you have to submit it for. I'm not going to click through to find out, but just as a heads up. All right. Brickset had a news article that no one else did. There's a new book coming out called the Botanical Almanac. We've had 4 or 5 years now of botanical sets, so they managed to make a 112-page book based on that. I'm assuming every single flower will have a page or two dedicated to it. Wedge pieces are used nicely in that Egyptian set. That's for sure too. First thing you notice as you flick through is the beautiful and stunning illustrations of flowers included. Yeah, so it's basically poppy, lotus.
It's a nice coffee table book.
Yep.
To go with your coffee table flower arrangement that you probably built.
And it's got all the different builders that were involved. Have pages and interviews throughout the book as well. There is a list of botanical collection sets at the back, which unfortunately is incomplete. The flower pots is missing, so it's out of date. Perhaps understandably, this year's sets are not in it, and includes some dubious entries such as the Christmas tree and the money tree. I never realized that they had hover over in here. But I mean, it's a cool looking idea. It's a nice idea if you're a botanical fan. It's already out in the US and will be published in the UK and elsewhere on the 20th of March, which is tomorrow. So you go, Amazon.ca for $30.
$30 isn't bad. I mean, it compared to the space book, which is still $65 Canadian.
I know. I'm hoping that thing goes down.
It's crazy.
So, all right.
I'm still waiting for it to go down on price because it's on my camel list, but
yeah.
I don't think
speaking of which, I got a trigger the other day on Camel for the space roller coaster, the small roller coaster set. It went down to $99. I already bought it though, so I didn't bother. United Nations adopts International Day of Play. So Lego's had a day of play for many years now, and it's now been adopted by the United Nations. This year's day of play to protect children's right to play, and it'll be held on June 11th. There's a whole little video here. So it's just interesting that Lego created something and it's been picked up by a worldwide organization. I'm not going to read through all this, but I just wanted to make mention of it.
I wish they had picked like December 26th as the day of play, because you get your Lego sets for Christmas on December 25th, and on the 26th you build your Lego sets, and that's when you play.
Yeah, I agree. April 1st is what, 5 days away. It's on Monday, also Easter Monday here, and well, most of the world, I guess, Easter Monday. Happy Easter, by the way, for anybody watching this in the next few days, or for anybody celebrating Easter. So yeah, there's a list of the sets going to be available at the beginning of April. First up, we have we'll just start from here. From the art collection, we have the animated series Gotham City for $300 US. Some Disney keychains.
Are you going to get that, Matt, or?
I would only get it as a parts pack. It's a reasonably good price per piece, but I'm not a big Batman fan personally, so.
Yeah. Gabriel, it's interesting that you're saying it'd be a good checklist for you. I've realized I haven't bought the botanical scents for the last 2 years, like this year's or last year's, just because I run out of space.
Parts
drafts.
Well, I've gotten pieces of them, but I don't own them. All right, so from Disney, we have the Snow White and Mirabelle keychains. Do we really need to have such huge pictures? But anyways, Lego Ideas, the Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon Tail, $359 US. I think $460 Canadian, something like that. $499 Canadian.
$479.99. $469.99.
We're just gonna guess prices at this point. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not guessing. It's the actual price.
Okay.
$469.99.
So yeah, I want to get the set, but just because I think it's fun. But
it's almost 6,000 pieces. I mean, that's not a bad price per
Matt,
piece.
try again. It's 3,745 pieces.
Yeah. Well, let's just say I don't have 20/20 vision, so
so it's a little less than the price by 10 cents a piece.
For me personally, like, I think it's an interesting looking set. I actually think I liked elements of both the original fan design and then the mass produced version, but I only have so much shelf space, and I don't already have much castle on display. So for me, this is probably a pass.
If I bought it, I would build it and then break it into parts and use it as a parts set. So I mean, I would have to look at what the inventory of the parts of the set is to determine if it's worth buying it as a parts pack. But at the moment, no.
I don't think so.
And that's it. That's all the sets coming out this month. That is not true. This is so not true. Wow. Dear Brick fan. Because if we search for Lego and we say coming soon, the space sets are in there too. They did not mention those. Lego, come on.
Yeah, the Friends space set.
Yep. And I know this because I pre-ordered. There's 15 sets coming soon. Now, not all these. So these two, let's just double check. April 1st.
Wow.
And April 1st. So these ones are also coming out. I pre-ordered this one with that brick or the order I made the other day because I never did say what I got. I ordered I think I did mention I ordered the Shuri Sunfire or Shuri Sunbird set, and I threw in a couple of collectible minifigures. Didn't get to go. And by doing that with this other set, I ended up getting the two gift for purchase sets. So, but yeah, so we also have the Technic Lamborghini set. I believe that's in April 1st. Yep, that's in April 1st. The Spider-Man, all these
ugly
Distractables. Yep, all those are April 1st as well. So yeah, brick fan. The Bowser Express train, is that on also? Yeah. Oh, that's August 1st. Okay, fine. I can move that.
August.
Yeah,
Okay.
August. They've already got stuff from August. Yeah, these are the stuff that were announced on Mario Day,
Yeah.
on March 10th.
Mario.
Oh, shut up. Peppa the Pig is July 1st. So I think that's probably all the August 1st stuff. Because those, yeah. So there are extra sets. So there's some space goodness coming out as well. I almost bought this rover instead, but it was $65 and I only need to spend $45 like for what I was buying, so I ended up doing that. I'm looking forward to the Dark Millennium Falcon that they are allegedly coming out with later in the year. Yeah, there's definitely some interesting Star Wars sets.
Bill is going wild about that one.
Yeah. That being said, I mean, May the 4th is coming. It's not too far away, right? It's like a month and a few days. So, so Lego also revealed a couple of gift with purchases this week. Another floral one, which is the trellis display. This will be available as a gift for purchase from April 1st to the 16th. Purchase 150 US. And if you miss out on it, will also be available from May 27th to June 9th. So they have 2 dates that are coming out. It's 440 pieces. And it's just a trellis wall with some flowers on it.
The box looks like it's the same size as that rounded one that you showed a few minutes ago that was a gift with purchase, which I have sitting there to be built. I've never built that other one, but it looks like
it was an interesting build. I watched someone build it a couple of weeks ago, and it was fairly interesting. So I mean, I don't think there's really much in the way of interesting, like new flower designs in here necessarily. I mean, that one might be a new design, but some technique for the actual plant growing up the trellis wall. Looks like it's dark tan trellis or those plates in the background. So I mean, it'll be, if I'm buying Lego in the first couple of weeks of April, which is possible, I guess. I mean, I might do it I might go over the $210 limit, probably Canadian, to get that. We'll see. We did talk about this gift of purchase, I think, last week, but Lego did officially reveal it the day after we talked about it. So it's available for 1 week from the 1st to the 7th while supplies last. Sold with the Dungeons and Dragons set only, so that's 2 gift purchases
from April 1st to April 1st, 2 hours later.
Yeah, so April 1st, if you're buying the Dungeons and Dragons set, you're automatically going to get 2 gift purchases because you're getting this plus that Trellis Flower set.
Yep.
And they also announced the second Ninjago modular micro set, which was purchased with VIP points, or for VIP, no, not VIP, insiders points. It is live on Shop at Home currently. 275 pieces should be available in rewards. Oh, sorry. The product page for the upcoming set is live. 275 pieces should be available in the rewards center soon, most likely for 2,700 points, like the Micro Ninjago City. I'm curious to see if that's even still available. And I know we're killing time here, but rewards. Build the Galaxies. Oh, so 25 years of Lego. Yeah, the first one's still available too. That's interesting. So apparently people aren't willing to lose their points, like, because some of the Houses of the World set last year sold out because they were gift for purchases. So this is an interesting thing because you actually have a chance to get in some of them for a longer period of time. You just have to cost or use your points. And a lot of points at that, 2,700.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of points.
Yeah.
That's
what does that work out to? It's like $40 worth of points.
Well, I mean, if you
6,500 is like,
if we go to gift cards, where is the
that's okay.
Discount wide. Well, I mean, I've got 6,000 points. So Canadian 2,000 points is $20. Okay. So what do we say it was? 2,700?
2,700. So it's about
like
$25.
$25 to $27 somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't huge. But
I mean, that's a lot of points for a set that size.
Well, I mean that's what the normal gift for purchases would cost anyhow. And if you're an Indigo fan, I totally would expect them to. Well, I would assume they would be buying them too, right? So next up, we already talked about the figs. There's nothing much here to say beyond that, other than the packaging is kind of cool, like for the actual boxes. But we talked about that.
Space.
There also was a leaked image of the Bark Speeder Escape set.
What?
Amazon UK had
Yes.
this.
Oh my! I did not see that.
With the second character of Ahmed Best.
Huh?
Is that his name? Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
trying to say?
Ahmad
The,
Best, yeah.
the guy who played Jar Jar Binks, who voiced Jar Jar Binks. That's his second character.
Which character is that?
The Jedi.
Isn't that? Oh, Calron Beck. Okay, Calron Beck. Sorry, I thought that was Mace Windu for some reason.
Oh.
That makes sense because okay. That's what I was confused at. I'm like, why are Mace Windu and Grogu in the same set? But that makes sense because based on
Mace Windu, it's the
this
character from Jar Jar, the guy from Jar Jar doing Jar Jar Binks, redeeming in itself
Order
in the Star
66,
Wars
right?
universe.
Yeah, he's escaping with Grogu for Order 66.
Yeah.
All right, that makes a little more sense to me now. And sorry, I didn't really read much on this. I made an assumption based on the color of the character's skin that it was Mace Windu. Forgive me, please, because I just didn't know that character existed necessarily.
You didn't see the Mandalorian?
I did, but
that scene was spectacular.
Honestly, I saw the figure and I saw the clone troopers and thought, oh, okay, Mace Windu, that makes sense, I guess, because clone troopers same time as him, and I didn't notice Grogu was in there until like yesterday or earlier today. So my apologies. I 100% take the responsibility for that. Okay, I forgot to close this Brothers Brick window. All right, Brothers Brick had a few things, not a heck of a lot this week. Tim Goddard, I automatically will always show stuff that he builds because he's the author of some of the Lego space layout books everybody hopefully knows about.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so tasty little Star Wars fighters leave you wanting more. Lego Star Wars encounters have some pretty neat microscale ships, but Tim has done it better. So we have a Y-Wing, an X-Wing, E-Wing, I believe that is.
Yeah.
And the A-Wing, so just very nicely skilled.
Building at that scale, wow.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of those packaged ships we had in the early 2000s that were in like a plastic bin. And they were like microfighters or whatever. But these are on steroids because they look so much more awesome. So kudos to Tim for those. We have an Animal Crossing mock. Animal Crossing Glow Up Takes You to New Horizons is by Riley Houter. And it's giving basically taking Nook's Cranny sets and transforming it into what it would look like, I think, in the game itself. Just kind of cool. I'm tempted to buy these sets, or at least get the figures, because I think the figures are actually adorable. Jar Jar. I'm sorry. A Spry Manipulator of Alien Orbs is by Cody Avery. It's a mech of Classic Space Origins. Just kind of cool looking build, though. Sorry?
It's creepy.
Creepy? Yeah, agreed. Well, I mean, I like how the arms curl up.
With the tentacles and
yeah. Well, I mean, it is pretty high up, so I guess it makes sense. And the orbs are kind of cool. And this space guy has one blue leg. Oh, because he's got one yellow leg. Do you think that's why that is?
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyways, I just thought it looked cool. And then some simple, vibrant, old world charm in Lego. No passports required. This is by Andrew Tate. It's a bustling, pedestrian-friendly European neighborhood, but it's also raised up and has like a lower level as well. I'd enjoy seeing a modular that was built like this, where you get like an extra height with some market stalls or something like that underneath. I think that would look really nice. Like that's something you could put on the end. I mean, obviously, then you have to build all your other modules higher up or whatever. But if this was like a waterway or something, like you know what I'm trying to say. The word has escaped me for a moat. No, not a moat. A canal. Yeah, a canal. Reading Into the Scene by Bricky Land, titled simply The Grand Tower. It's an excellent example of visual world building in Lego. I couldn't go the week without putting some kind of Castle-based mock in. This guy looks like he has a fur cape, though, which is kind of cool looking. Anyways.
I like the tower, especially the work in the gray area. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's got some very nice features in it for sure. Yeah, and the snow even on the fence line is kind of cool.
Yep.
And on the roof, and the tips of the trees. All right, one more mid-century modern Megapalooza. This is by Paul Hetherington.
Megapalooza.
Paul Hetherington.
Yeah. So he's got a show called Spectacular West Coast Modern Show. Is that currently at the Vancouver Art Museum? Matt, change your plans. Paul's been sharing out more detailed pics of his architectural series in mid-century modern.
Who needs to go to Victoria when you could go see Paul Hetherington's work?
Well,
right?
Yeah, his stuff, not him necessarily, but from the Vancouver.
I've met him.
Oh, I know. Each model is a faithful recreation, capturing the minimalist design, sleek lines, multiple levels, and seamless blending into the environment associated with movement. Paul said he was inspired to take the deep dive into mid-century modern during the pandemic, a style most modest in scale and perfectly suited to Lego bricks. Matt is currently researching where this museum is. And
actually, I realized that I had already cashed in the 2,700 points for the Ninjago gift with purchase, but I'd never placed the order so that they would ship it to me. Yeah. So I was actually on my bricks and pieces on the other screen, gonna place it so I get the Ninjago set. Yeah, but I have a Paul Hetherington story. So the first year I go to Brick World Chicago, I'm furiously trying to like get stuff set up, and it's in the evening, and a couple of my Atlanta friends are chatting with somebody, and they said something about like, I was like, oh, I don't think I've met you, and they were like, oh, it's Paul, and I was like, okay, it's some guy named Paul. Yeah. And then later they were like, well, that was Paul Hetherington. I was like, who? And they were like, you've seen his work. Just, Google Paul. I'm like, oh, that
guy.
It was the same for me. I'd heard of him. I've known of him for years. I've never put his work together with him. Right. Until that brick, I think it was the same Brick World. Because you guys were talking about it, and I think I walked by as well, and or I was there. So yeah, he's also made the.
He's really good.
Yeah, oh yeah, he is. He's also made the roof removable, so you can see the details inside, which is even more awesome. Yeah. My favorite part of Paul's series is the Merrick House. Oh, here's another one, built along and around towering timbers. That's pretty cool. And some other ones as well. Wow. That's beautiful. That's just Miami, right? I had to look up. I was going to say Miami, but I didn't want to get it wrong. And there's a picture of Paul there as well. So
super nice guy and Canadian, dude.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, otherwise we wouldn't be talking about him. No, I'm just joking. The Vancouver Art Museum event was in 2023. It's not currently going on?
I'm so disappointed. There goes my whole trip.
From the Vancouver area, Spectacular West Coast Modern Show at the Vancouver Art Museum. Well, let's just quickly Google it.
Following his, it was following his.
Yeah, following his. Yeah, so.
So I guess it was in 2020.
Saturday, March 30th, 2024. Matt, you got 3 days to get there.
The question is, maybe if I can squeak it in between my 8 a.m. panel and my 3:30, I could hop over or see it and then come back.
There you go. Hold on.
You know what's ridiculously expensive on Bricks and Pieces is the little bubbly ice cream piece.
Yeah.
In other colors like dark green and dark blue, they're like 50 US cents a piece.
Oh yeah.
So it's $2 for a US dollar. That's a lot for one piece.
Oh no, sorry. No, I read this wrong. No, the West Vancouver Art Museum will be closed Friday, March 29th and will reopen on Saturday. Okay, so yeah, it was till July 31st.
Jerk.
We almost got Matt to go there. We almost got him to go there and not see it. Sorry about that.
So close.
But I mean, if it was going on, and anyway, it would have been fun. Oh, now I got to get through all the pictures here that are open. Oh, there's our chat. Is there anything else here? Nope, bricks. Okay. That was that took a long time to get through, but we did do a lot of tangents, and Dave wasn't even here. But yeah, I think
We
we'll
always
call
do a few tangents, even when
for
Dave's not here.
For sure. I was talking to Janie. This will just be a really quick thing. I was talking to Janie over the weekend, and she said I should do an individual stream of, or not a stream, but just like a news. Here's the weekly news in Lego as a separate video as well. I would still do news here because I like doing news with you guys. But she was saying that might be an idea because some people don't have the 2 hours to spend watching this every week, and there really isn't a news broadcast that I know of that where people just say, "Here's the latest news for Lego." So I might do that and maybe do it on a Friday or something like that, just so it's it overlaps with our show as well, but gives a few more days and stuff. But just thinking out loud,
and you get the Thursday's release.
Well, Thursday I have if I were due to do it, I'd probably do it like Friday morning before I started work or something like that. That way I could post it during the day Friday. And Thursday mornings there's a lot of stuff usually going on for me with work and grocery shopping and banking if it's a payday, those things. But yeah, and then she said maybe even do it as a separate channel, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know. But just because if someone subscribes to that channel, if they might not want to see our chats coming up all the time because not everybody wants to spend 2 hours watching that. So it made sense, and I'm like, oh, so I might do something like that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So if you do see something else up here in your feeds for, this week in the news or something, this week in Lego news, obviously can't use the word Lego, but we'll see what happens. The bricking news, I think that's been used by someone else.
Brick news, just brick news.
All the news that's fit to brick.
Oh, can I steal that?
It's a riff on the New York Times logo, but yeah. The New York Times is all the news that's fit to print.
Yeah.
So you could do fit to brick.
But will New York Times come after me for that? That's the question.
Only once you become a mega successful, massive media empire, then they'll come after you.
Yeah.
You're probably going to be okay for at least 3 weeks.
At least 3 weeks. Yeah, no, more like 3 decades. Anyway. All right. Why don't we call it tonight? Because I know Matt is, it's like what, like 7 there?
It is 7:52. So
wow.
I mean, the night is young, gentlemen.
The night is young. You can go to a museum
to that bar with the good-looking women.
I'm going to go to the ice cream store called what was it? Oh gosh, no. It was called Depraved, and it's an ice cream shop, and their logo says, I don't know if I should say this on here. Every time I come here, I scream.
Oh, I like it.
I like that. You can say.
I was
hovering over the mute. I was like, I don't know.
There's no swear words. There's just suggestion. Innuendo.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
And Dave likes lots of things.
That's a great Photoshop. Thanks. Oh wait, is that the trophy?
That he was holding the Stanley Cup in that picture originally, and I threw a helicopter in there instead.
Yeah, congrats, Dave. That's awesome. I said that on your Facebook post, but that's it's very exciting to win. So.
Yeah, and it's been 19 years coming because I haven't won the playoffs in 19 years. I've been playing in that league for 19 years, and I was with great teams. We finished first in the regular season, but never have I touched the cup. So
congratulations then. That's a long wait. So it had to feel good.
Yeah. Anyways, we will call the show and expect more pictures like that to pop up with Dave holding some kind of new Lego helicopters in the future. Thank you everybody for coming out. We will see you next week, and have a good week. Happy building and all that stuff. Happy Easter too if you celebrate. See ya. Click the button. Bye.